watching Z420 TV. We take the high road.
You see now, you're no superhero. You're no god.
I'm a super wise guy, knocking on your carpet, fly to the sky. In the corridor, find a gate, tell a lie. If you're willing for some more, if you're ready to defy. I'm a super wise guy, knocking on your carpet, fly to the sky.
Hello, greetings, my friends, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the second ever, but very brief episode of The Edibles Show. I am your host, Patrick Ian Moore, editor-in-chief of Edibles List magazine. I just got back from San Diego, so I'm still wearing this shirt. I was paddleboarding early in the morning, and it smells mossy. Quick shout out to Jake and Brant, the guys from Z420 TV. Hello. You can see them on Grand Theft Audio Wednesday nights at 6. That's their show. It's very entertaining. And today, our extra special guest is Anakatrina from Anakatrina's Edibles. Hello.
Hi.
Thank you so much for coming in today.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Oh, it's my pleasure. It's great to finally have you here. If you're not familiar with this product, we did just do a review of it in the July issue of Edibles magazine with Jesse Ventura on the cover, an actual product review. But the first thing I ever did with these personally, in our May issue, I ate a whole box of them, and then along with some other things, and did a couple of hours in a sensory deprivation tank for the very first time, and they were great. If you're going to do a sensory deprivation tank, I totally recommend taking these first, eating them. These are Anakatrina's Edibles, chocolate brownie bites for the healthy, athletic cannabis lifestyle. They're sugar-free, dairy-free, soy-free, and gluten-free. That's amazing. What can you tell us about this? Like, how were you inspired, first of all, to do this? Let's get that out of the way first.
Well, it was kind of greedy, to be honest. I mean, it was based for me. Right. I can't have any of those ingredients. I can't have any dairy, soy, gluten, or sugar. I try to stay away from those things. And my aunt also got pretty sick for a while, and her doctor recommended that she didn't have any of those items as well. So I kind of was thinking, well, there's really nothing on the market that for in the edible world that didn't have all of those things. You can have gluten-free or you can have sugar-free or something like that. They didn't have all four. That didn't have those.
Oh, it's true.
So I wanted to make something that was still healthy but tasted delicious. You could still get your medicine and not feel guilty about it as well.
Right. Now, these are, for one, I already opened it. I'm eating it. These are amazing. You'd never, like in a blind taste test, you wouldn't think, oh, that's made with zucchini. It really just tastes like a really, I'm going to say extra moist. Sorry if that word bothers anybody.
Why does it bother?
I'd never heard of that until,
me too.
And I'm a big Allison Hannigan fan from back in the Buffy days. Her character, Lily, on How I Met Your Mother, is freaked out by that word. But I think they only put that in because the actress herself is. And I don't know, Kevin and Bean were talking about it. I'd never heard of that.
Well, maybe because I'm a chef, and from culinarily speaking, you want stuff that's moist. You're not like, oh, thank God, this is such a dry steak, and
It's
this is
how
such
they
a dry brownie.
Yeah,
Like,
every
moist
good
is
cake
great.
is described that way.
Yeah, you
Like,
want it
on the
moist.
box.
So I like that word. Sorry, we digress.
So each one of these is 50 milligrams of THC,
Yes.
tetrahydrocannabinol. So a whole box. Well, you know, it was a while that I was using that term before I really knew what those letters stood for. Yeah. Even after I knew what CBD stood for, I think, I was like, wait. So a box is 100 milligrams. How did you decide on the dosing?
Well, I tried to kind of be forward thinking about the dosing because I definitely knew that California is evolving quickly into what's going to be the regulations in 2018, and they're trying to cap it at a certain amount. And I was trying to think what's easily dosable. You know, I know everyone has their own personal individual tolerance, but
Sure.
I'm also about a balance of flavor. And I've found a lot of things on the market, they'll have tons of THC in it, but the flavor profile, the only thing that I can taste is just like a slap in the face of THC. And I'm kind of just like choking it down to like get the medicine, but I don't really enjoy the flavor of the product, or it's super big for me to it's like a big quantity that I have to eat to get it. And that kind of bothered me. I wanted the flavor and the ratio to kind of be really, really balanced, where that THC actually adds kind of this herbaceousness in the background to the flavor of like the chocolate and the nuts in it.
Oh, sure. So, I mean, recommended serving size is 1. That's...
Yeah.
I just ate a box, and, I mean, I'm not super full. It says 134 calories. That's per brownie.
Yeah.
But those calories are from almond flour and zucchini.
Yeah, no,
So, probably you can burn those.
It's actually a natural protein source.
Mm-hmm.
This is probably one of the healthiest edibles that you can get on the market. If it didn't even have THC, it's probably one of the healthiest things ever anyway, and that's why I wanted it. If I felt like eating 2 boxes, I don't feel like I have to spend an hour on the treadmill or feel guilty that like, oh my God, they're so good. I just ate 2 boxes. Jesus, no, I feel fine about it.
I was thinking I would eat the other box. I'm probably going to like have the tech guys each have one of them so that I don't.
Yay!
Because they're really good. We're going to go to break in just a second, but they're so healthy that I have time to read the entire list of ingredients. Almond flour, zucchini, coconut oil, eggs, cocoa powder, vanilla extract, baking soda, cannabis oil, and kosher salt. I mean, that's it. You know, a lot of edibles have a list of ingredients that reads on and on and on and on. It's crazy. You know exactly what you're getting with these. How long, now I just ate them, how long do you think I have before I start feeling the effect? I already know because I've had it before, but what would you say?
I'd say, you always want to err on the side of caution with most edibles in general, and everybody's tolerance is different. But I say 30 minutes to 45 minutes is when you should kind of wait before you eat more, or you kind of feel it. I've personally noticed, because this product is so clean, that your stomach doesn't have to kind of like muddle through all this heavy gluten, all these other sugars. So I feel like personally it absorbs in my stomach lining quicker. So I'm able to feel it faster than I have other edibles. But that's me personally. I do kind of have a clean diet, so maybe that has something to do with it. But I feel like it comes on slightly quicker than most edibles as well.
That's awesome. That's good news. I've heard that before too. Well, we're going to go to a quick break on Z420 TV. And then when we come back, we're talking a little bit more to Anakatrina from Anakatrina's Edibles.
When people are feeling their best, they glow, they shine, and they radiate. Made in California, Daisy Hemp Skincare was one of the first companies to recognize the unique and powerful benefits of hemp seed oil when used on the skin. For years, they've been making quality, all-natural, vegan skincare products, and they're never tested on animals. The complete range utilizes the complementary effects of hemp seed oil, Dead Sea salt, turmeric, and green tea. Each of these ingredients has powerful healing properties alone, but when combined, they work magic. I'm Tanya Watts for Z420 TV. Check out Daisy Hemp online at daisyhemp.com, and thanks for watching.
I like to sing, dance, pretend, and I like to have fun.
Someone was suspected of being responsible, but it was all hushed up.
watching Z420 TV, the future of cannabis broadcasting.
If you heard that song, I got to get used to the distance of my body to mic. I'm either right up on it and it sounds like a wolf, or I'm too far away and you can't hear it. Anyway, that song that was bringing us in out of break is by Richard Ray, who's the office and inventory manager for Edibles Magazine. That's his band. If you want to look them up on, I don't know, YouTube, he might have a website or a Twitter. I didn't ask first, and he's not here today. But he's a very talented guy, and that song is awesome. So if you want to hear more, you know, it's out there somewhere. And that song that was bringing us in is by Backbone, featuring Keaton Simons. He was on the cover of Edibles not that long ago. And if you look up that video and watch it, Jake right here is barbecuing or something at a cookout that it's set in. It's a small world.
Very,
here,
very small.
Here at the Z420 TV compound. So we're talking to Anakatrina from Anakatrina's Edibles about her very healthy, for the healthy athletic cannabis lifestyle for medical patients only. That'll probably change soon. Who knows? And they're gluten-free, dairy-free, sugar-free, and soy-free. So there's all kinds of things. If you're lactose intolerant, if you have celiacs, if you are diabetic, or if you have a crippling soy allergy like my cousin Corey.
And also for candida overgrowth, that was one of the big ones too.
What is that?
Well,
Candide is by Voltaire. I read that in my humanities class.
I have that book. No, it's kind of this weird thing. This is what I was sick, and that's why I had that. So candida is bodies. Everyone has good bacteria, bad bacteria, and then when that gets out of line, sometimes you have an overgrowth of bad bacteria. And so all of us have these in our system, and candida is one of them. And it's kind of something that's being researched a lot about contributing to other factors of people's health. And when you have dairy, soy, gluten, or sugar in your diet, that feeds the bad bacteria, which is candida. So a lot of people, when they get sick, have to cut out these in their diet, which is super difficult because everything has those ingredients in them. Even fruit sugars can start to feed it. So you have to get really, really clean and strict for a long time, and then your body gets back in balance.
Which you almost think that's how, like tempeh or fruit sugar, you don't think of as junk food or bad for you necessarily.
But I think anything in over, the normal quantities out of balance can make your body. And so this is probably one of the first on the market for people who have candida overgrowth as well, that they can have these too.
I saw a show at the hotel last night on Animal Planet called Monsters Inside Me.
Oh my gosh, my favorite.
I'd never even heard of it, but it's terrifying.
No, it's amazing.
I was afraid you were about to tell a scary story.
No. This is like PG scary, but I love that show. It makes you never want to leave your house, but it's so good.
Or ever eat.
Yeah, I know.
I was just telling Anakatrina, I'm mostly vegan now, but egg whites, eggs, some milk, if it's in an edible, then I will still eat it so that I'm being professionally responsible.
Of course.
But in my actual life, no. Just like I don't eat candy if it doesn't have wheat in it. I can't afford the calories to have chocolate that doesn't have cannabis.
You're preaching to the choir. I mean,
I'm sure. So what did you do? Now, it's interesting, everybody in the industry, because it's a young industry, and I don't know anybody who went through high school knowing that they were going to do this. Even if they maybe knew they wanted to sell cannabis for a living, they didn't think that it was going to be in a branded thing with an ISBN code or whatever else. What's your background before you were doing this with cannabis? What were you up to?
Well, I have 2 degrees. My first is in ornamental horticulture, the study of plants. And then later on, I realized I had another passion, which was cooking, because I'm obsessed with food and eating all the time. I love it. So I went to culinary school. Oh,
so you're kind of perfectly educated for this, even not knowing that you were going to do it, horticulture and culinary, you kind of couldn't be better off, huh?
Absolutely. I was super kind of lucky that my life organically brought me into this business, and I've been fortunate enough to go to certain places in California, be on some cannabis farms, and they really appreciate that I understand the cultivation side. I understand what they have to do to
I
grow
bet.
amazing plants and what it takes, and then from get to A to B to C to finally my product.
That's so cool. I don't think maybe I knew that. My short-term memory lately has been I have too much on my plate. It's crazy, but
Well, I just saw a post. If you smell rosemary, it increases your brain activity by 75% in your memory.
oh my god, I'm going to do that.
I don't know if that's true, but I'm going to be sniffing rosemary all the time.
Oh yeah. I think we have so many amazing things growing out on the compound garden. We should probably have some rosemary
Yes, we
out
do.
there if we don't already. Well, thank you so much for being here today. I'm going to go to Willy Wonka and the Weed Factory in Pasadena tonight. My friend Alex is in it as the Veruca Salt parallel, whoever she is. She wants not an Oompa Loompa, but something else now. And I'm going to be well off because I've eaten some medicated brownies, probably a lot healthier than anything Willy Wonka would ever be serving. But those are some pictures from the show. It closes tonight, so if you don't have tickets to see it, you're probably out of luck. But maybe it'll come back and they'll revisit it or restage it if it's successful. Maybe there'll be a movie. So, where can people find you online?
AnakatrinasEdibles.com. There is a where to buy section, so you can
perfect.
find out where to get us. If you want us to be in your local dispensary or collective, then please get us in. Otherwise, you can contact me directly on the website as well if you have any questions.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for being here. We
Thank
want to have you
you.
on again soon.
Please, thank you so
and
much.
eat some more healthy brownies. Read our new issue with Jesse Ventura. If your dispensary doesn't have it, please ask them to get it. Watch more Z420 TV, and please smile at your bud tender and always know your dose. I'm Patrick, and you've been watching The Edible Show.
Carpet fly to the sky. In the corridor, find a gate, tell a lie.
I totally just saw you.
If you're ready to defy, I'm a super wise guy. I can only carpet fly to the sky.
You're watching Z420 TV, the future of cannabis broadcasting.